Hey everyone, welcome to this special introduction video on how Evolytes works and how to become truly great at playing it. Today we're going to start by taking a look at the monsters in Evolytes and learning all about them, and then we're going to be looking at the game and learning all about what it takes to become the very best you can be at playing the Evolytes game. Now, to start with, let's take a look at the Evolytes monsters, or as the Evolytes, as we'd like to call them. They're a pretty special bunch. They're not like the animals we usually find at home as our pets, because no matter what you might feed your cats and dogs at home, or how much math you teach them, they'll never grow, change, and eventually evolve into something brand new. So why don't we take a look at what that looks like for some of these Evolytes. We're going to start off with Ava. Ava is one of our starters, and she's the smallest, teeny, tiniest one, but she also has the most potential. She can become a magic Evolyte called Leva, Leela, and Leia, and they use magic to confuse their opponents. Ava can also turn into a fire Evolyte called Fury, and then Cinder, and Buster. Wow. They're quite nice to cuddle with in the cold during wintertime. And then Ava can also become a flower Evolyte called Bloom, Spring, and Sprinter. And they're great if you own a flower shop because they can make bouquets on demand. Here we have Badger. Badger can grow strong and fierce and be called Bran and then Bulk. And Bulk is actually large enough to take a whole heap of kids on his back and run them to school like a bus. Badger can also become fast and be called Dart and Duster. And they love playing tag with the kids, but they usually win because they run real fast. But Badger can also get wings and be called Thema and Freya. And Freya has really long arms, so she really likes grabbing all her friends up in a big old bear hug and flying them to the beach to have loads of fun. And we've got Lighter. Lighter can become Fearbat and Fernobat. And when Fernobat flies around, sometimes little blobs of lava drip from her wings, making it quite dangerous if she flies over areas with dry grass or leaves. And then you have Kindle and Torch. And as you can see, Torch's fingers, it becomes so hot and warm that when you try and shake his hand, you better be wearing oven mitts. But there are plenty more families in the Evolytes game, and some of them you might even be able to recognize. On the left here, we've got these purple Evolytes, and they look a fair bit like kangaroos, don't they? Then in the middle, the yellow ones might seem a little bit more like raccoons, maybe. And lastly, on the very right, we've got a little bit like red pandas, maybe? Yeah, a little red panda-y. And then we've got the ocean family. Because a lot of Evolytes can only be found in certain places. Places like these ones, where they all have fins and other ocean-like appendages. So, yeah, much likely to find these creatures only in the ocean, or maybe even on the beach. Having a nice relaxing time in the sand once they've done all that swimming. But there is also one thing really important to learn about the Evolytes monsters. Are you ready? It's the fact that they exist in real life. Up here, we have Fennec. She is a desert fox. And you might wonder, why does she have such gigantic ears? And that's simply because in the desert, there's a ton of little creepy crawlies and bugs that skitter around in the sand, and her giant ears allow her to listen to all those critters and find them and gobble them up. Then we've got Larvo, who's a caterpillar, and if you go outside during spring and summer and check out all the new leaves that are on the bushes and the trees, you might very well find a larva. And even before he pupates and turns into a giant shell and emerges as a beautiful butterfly. And now that we've covered some basic information about the Evolytes monsters, I'd love to teach you the bare basics of playing the game. In Evolytes, we tend to most often use our fingers. Because when you put your finger anywhere on the screen, as long as you're playing on a touchscreen device, your character is going to walk towards it. So there's no need to hold the device in both hands and just use your thumbs to kind of press along. It's more than enough to just put it down on the table or on the chair or wherever you're playing and just put one finger anywhere on the screen and it'll take you where you need to go. Now we're going to go over the buttons in Evolytes. There's 3 of them. Starting from the left, there's the backpack, and then the Evolytes button, and then the camera button. We're going to start by taking a look at the Evolytes button. Now in Evolytes, you can always carry 3 Evolytes around at a time, but you can have and own as many as you want. If you want to own 1,000, if you want to own 1,000,000, you can. And we're going to take a look at my Buster. He's level 80. Now, the higher the level, the stronger and bigger the Evolytes monsters get. And here we can take a look at the moves that our Buster knows. Now, Buster knows Scratch, but if we click the move Scratch and we click the green upgrade button, then we can evolve Scratch into Fire Scratch. Well, it's always better to learn new moves and to upgrade them rather than use the old moves. Here we have a quick example of a match playing out in Evolytes. On the left, we have our Evolytes, our team of 3s. At the bottom over there, we can see the moves that you use to compete against the opponent Evolyte. And lastly, the yellow circle around the bird tells you which target you're choosing for your move. Then it's the backpack. The backpack includes all the fun and delicious stuff you collect for your Evolytes. That includes things like food and toys, but most importantly, it also includes the blue crystals. Those are what we use to catch more Evolytes. And here we can take a quick little look at that. When you're competing against a wild Evolyte, you can use the backpack down here. You click it, and then you click the blue crystal, and you click the green use button. Select the Evolyte you want, and then you have to answer a question. In this case, the answer is 21. And the Evolyte jumps into the crystal. But oh no, the crystal broke. What do? We just try again. And this time we get an acute corner. And it jumps into the crystal. Is it gonna be our friend this time? Yes, it did. It did want to be our friend. Great job. Now we have a new Evolyte. Finally, we have the Evolytes map. This is an example of the starter world you find yourself in. And there are 3 very important things about this map. The map includes 3 places of great importance. The first one is this broken bridge here. And if you repair it and help the person that's trying to repair the bridge, you unlock the whole middle area of the island, a brand new place to explore with a giant store and even a really fancy house with a rich lady that needs lots of melons for her summer birthday bash. And so if you've collected melons on your way to her house and you give her to him, you know, she's gonna pay you the big bucks. You know, it's gonna be pretty good. And then we have another broken bridge over here. There's a man trying to repair it, and once you've helped him gather up all the stuff he needs to repair that bridge, you can reach all the way to the right side of the map. And once you've reached the right side, you can finally check out the boat. Now, yes, you might ask why there are boats at the bottom of the middle island as well. But those are actually owned by Finney the fisherman, and he doesn't like to, loan his boats to anybody. He needs them to get his fish. So, but we can actually have the other one there on the edge of the map. And once we've reached it and we can borrow it, we can use it to sail across the ocean and even compete in boat racing or boat sailing or whatever you want to call it against ghosts. And you can find messages in a bottle and hidden floating treasure chests and all. And then finally, once you've sailed all the way across the ocean, you can use it to check out the next island. But what's that big red X, you ask? Well, recently in Evolytes, there was a storm, and it felled a tree. And there's a giant tree in the way where the red X is, and it doesn't allow you to travel anywhere to the more giant and northern part of the island. But I have it on good authority, it's eventually going to get removed. There's going to be somebody with a very handy axe or a chainsaw that's going to come and help us out and remove that tree. And when they do, we can go over there and we can check out some really awesome and exciting stuff. And now you're ready to start playing Evolytes. To do so, simply navigate to your App Store on your iPad. Open it up and search for Evolytes. Once you've installed it onto your device, simply open the game up and you'll be greeted by this screen. Click on the camera button here in the lower right corner and scan the QR code you were given to access your account and start playing Evolytes. Thank you so much for tuning in to our quick presentation on Evolytes and their game, and we hope you have a wonderful day.